So if you are someone who joins a lot of airdrop programs, there are times that you might have received tokens from some of these airdrops, but because you've not added the contract address of that token or coin, it will not show up in your wallet, especially in wallets such as MetaMask and Trust Wallet. In this video, we're going through how to scan for all the tokens that are in your account, and then how to add the contract address of those tokens. That is particularly important because before you can swap any token, you have to add the contract address of that particular token. That is exactly what we'll be doing in this video, and this is particularly easy as well on mobile phones. You just have to visit the website. Now, what we're looking at here is the etherscan.io, which is for Ethereum network, and this is the blockchain explorer for Ethereum. And over here we have BSC scan, which is the blockchain explorer for all Binance Smart Chain tokens and the Binance Smart Chain coin as well. Now we'll be using these two as an example, but this is also possible on other explorers as well. You can use Polygon scan as well. So now what you have to do is you need the receiving address of the account that you want to scan. So once you are at the website, I'll try and then leave the website in the description for easy identification. Now once you're on the website, generate the receiving account. So now let's start with the Ethereum, for instance. Now you generate your Ethereum account. I've already generated mine for the sake of this video, so I'm just going to copy it and then paste it there. We'll proceed. Okay, so this is my Ethereum account. I'll copy it, then head over to the site, and in this search bar paste the account there, and then search. Click on search. Now what you are looking at is the amount of funds in the account that you search for, but what you want to see is in detail all the funds that are there. So you come to this bar, this particular button, you to for this in more detail, then click it. Okay, now what you are looking at is the amount of funds in the wallet, including the amount of NFTs that this particular account is holding. Now one thing you also have to notice that you can do this for any account, irrespective of whether the account belongs to you or not. You can use this particular method to search or scan for the funds in any particular wallet. Now okay, this is the amount in Ethereum in USD, and this is the amount of Ethereum in that particular account. This also the NFTs that particular account is holding. So now there's no particular token here that we might need to add the contract, but when we get to the Binance Smart Chain, we'll definitely have to add or search for the contract address of some of the tokens there. Now let's head over to the Binance Smart Chain address, because this particular one, only Ethereum is in that particular address. So let's switch to the Binance Smart Chain and then scan for that one as well. So Binance Smart Chain address is over here. Copy it. You generate it from your address on your MetaMask or Trust Wallet. So once you copy it, you paste and then click on search. Now this also indicates the total BNB value in the account and the other tokens that are in that account. So we go to this particular button again, and then click on it. Now this is the total value of the things in the account in USD. Don't know why that. Now these are the tokens that particular account is holding, and you can see that each token comes with a corresponding price to it. Now, and below each token is the contract address with that. Okay. Now I'm quite surprised because I wasn't expecting anything close to this amount in my account, and we'll be talking about that shortly. Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you want the contract address for any of this, for example, let's say this Meta Robux token, if you've not added the contract to your Trust Wallet or your MetaMask, so what you just have to do is you get over here, and then it's show you the contract. So you click on it, and so once you open the token, the contract is usually at the top here. So you just hit this button to copy it, and then you go to your wallet and add it as a custom token. Okay. Now let me talk about something that is very important over here. Now, all these tokens, I'm aware that I've run airdrop for those tokens, but there are times that we see some tokens that I'm not aware of. For example, this ofarm.io, onefarm.io, AB, AGR tokens, and all those things. Now, it's very important that you don't interact with any token that you are not sure that you join an airdrop with, particularly those that come with extraordinary prices. You might see some of these tokens with a price of worth over thousands of dollars, but although they are on your account, you can't compromise your account by just holding them. The only time that these tokens can compromise your account is when you interact with them, and by interacting with them, I mean when you try to swap them. Okay, so be very careful. These tokens, most of them, this I know I've done an airdrop for it, but this, no, nothing, and these two. So be very careful. Be very careful about. And these two, I've not done any airdrop for this. It's also important that you keep track of most of the airdrops that you join. Most of these tokens are scam tokens that hackers create and then send to your accounts intentionally because they know that there's a likelihood that you might try to swap them by interacting with them. So as I mentioned, you have to be very careful. And if you've noticed that some tokens here that the price might not be showing on your wallet, but when you use this scan method, you might actually see the price. For example, this particular one it's been delisted in most of the tech, it's been delisted in most of the websites, so the price is not showing on Trust Wallet anymore. But when you use this scan method, you might actually see the actual price of that particular token. Now, in the subsequent videos, I'll be making a video on how to actually swap these tokens. So, if you're interested in the method to swap these tokens, please subscribe to the channel and stay around, particularly tech, Meta and then Meta UFO. The price have actually plummeted a lot, and I don't think it's worth your guys' fee now. But these particular ones, um, there's a video in the making about how to swap those ones. So that is it. If you have any challenge in using any of these methods, and as I mentioned, this method is actually very possible on your phone. It's actually very easy on your phone. You just have to visit the website, generate the account that you use to receive your funds, and then paste it in the search bar, and then scan for it. And you don't actually have to be the owner of that account. You can use any account at all to scan for the funds in that account. And it's also important, as I mentioned, don't interact with tokens that you are not aware of, especially those that have this dash. As you can see, the scan itself has already sorted them below. So most of those tokens are not tokens that you should interact with at all. If you don't want your wallet to get compromised, okay. All right, and also don't add the contract address of these tokens, okay. Don't add them. Always check for those ones that at least have prices attached to them. Those are the ones that are worth your time now. Okay, so that is it for this video, and as I mentioned, I'll be making a video on the swap, but until then, that video, subscribe and then stay around.